Inside Hockey on Hockey Night in Canada.
Marty, for the moment, I'll share a little insight with the viewer. Obviously, I know you through Brad Richards, and I've spent some time at Brad's downtown New York condo and looked out that big bay window with the fountain to the right and all the water reservoirs and sort of reflected on things, and I'm sure you've done that. And although you haven't had a lot of time, you've been thinking about life and what's gone on in the last 48 hours. Where are you at? How are you feeling about everything?
3 days in, I had 2 games and a practice. I think when I get a little more downtime, I'm definitely going to reflect. But I was blessed to be in one place for 14 years, great memories, and I'm excited to get an opportunity here to play in a big market team, Original Six. It's been fun.
Okay, let me ask you, I'll only do this once. I promised I wouldn't hound you on this subject, but everybody wants to know. It feels like that the original Team Canada snub to Sochi was the reason you went back to Steve Yzerman and renewed your trade request to go to the New York Rangers. Can you shed light on what just happened?
Well, it was definitely part of it. When that happened, I was crushed, and it made me think about other things. Made me think about myself a little bit, my family. Coming to New York has been discussion that me and my wife have had for many years. There's certain things that happen in life that make you make decision, and I think for me that when that happened, I started thinking about the big picture of my family, and I just felt this was the right time for everybody, and for me, for the Lightning, I thought it was time to move on.
And one thing about that, Marty, if it was just a temper tantrum, you wouldn't have asked to go to New York a couple of years ago, and you would have gone to any city just to get away from the situation. So it's not just that, as you said, it's a little bit about family, but it's a big decision. I'm sure you agonized over it because you know what it invites. So there's Gretzky had to make a call. Ray Bourque comes to mind making a call. Did you seek any advice that would help you tolerate some of the heat you're going to take when you do something like this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I leaned on, my mom and dad. I talked to people that were close to me in the hockey community, and some of my college coaches. I definitely seeked for advice. It wasn't an emotional decision. I think my emotions triggered my thought process, but at the end of the day, I was, thinking what was best for my family. And my kids play hockey. I never get to see them play. They've been on. My oldest been on probably 7 plane trip this year just to go out of state and trying to play against better competition. So for me, there was a lot of that was part of the equation, and it was at the end of the day, it was best for my family.
Marty, that's something Canadian hockey parents will really understand. Ryan, your 10-year-old's on a travel team, so if you're traveling and he has to travel, as Tampa kids do, now in Greenwich, he'll have that chance to be home. Okay, let's move on. Last night, a huge assist on Stepan's power play goal. Get you the 2 points you need. Just talk a bit about the New York Rangers, what you're doing to learn from the players in order to get the train going to a big playoff run, perhaps.
Last night was obviously a confidence builder for our team. For me personally, being able to contribute on the winning goal, I was really happy about that. And I got to get used to my teammates. I think they got to get used to me too, how I play. It's a work in progress, and we're trying to make it happen as fast as possible.
I thought it was cool, Marty, that you did your thing that you used to do in Tampa. At the end of the game, you kind of wait and give everybody the high five going off. So you're fitting in a leadership role. Was it hard to ask to be able to do that, or to just do it?
Yeah, no, I just think it's. I was very excited. I wanted to, slap everybody's hand, and I don't think it's not something that I'm forcing. I'm trying to be myself, and. I think the quicker I'm myself, I think the better I'll play, and the more I'm going to help the team. Lastly,
Marty, congrats on the gold medal. Your favorite memory of the Sochi gold medal victory for Team Canada, what would it be?
I try to take it all in, and obviously very, very fortunate and blessed to have won that medal, and we're going to we rushed to the closing ceremony, and we're all there with the other athletes. And as we walk on into the stadium, Mike Smith sees people on each other's shoulders, so he tells me, you know, get on my shoulder, Marty. So I got on his shoulders, and it was very fitting because we roomed together, hadn't seen each other for a while, you know, playing Tampa together, and we spent a lot of time together in the Olympics, and we closed it. It was so fitting the way we closed it because you know, we were pretty close throughout those 2 weeks.
You've been a great captain, a great champion. I just can't tell you enough. With all the fans, the media, and the owners, it's not easy to look out for number one in the family. So congrats on that, Marty. Good luck.
Thank you very much.